I wanted to create this testimonial of something so fun that I created and something that seemed absolutely impossible. I do a lot of work in Qatar. I'm originally from South Africa and I fly to Qatar every few months for trainings. And when I was here in March, they had asked me if I can come back in the beginning of May. My May was pretty full, and when I saw that the dates were on the 5th and the 6th, I thought to myself, let me see if I can move my retreat that I'm hosting. And so I sent a poll out of everyone that was attending to ask if we could possibly move my retreat to later in the month. And everyone replied no. And so what that meant was that the dates that the trainings were scheduled for were the exact dates that I was going to have to be in Qatar if I chose to do that. And I decided to work the magic and the mystical of the universe. And so because no one could move the retreat, I thought about what Dr. Joe always says, and he says that there's a possibility in the quantum for everything. Every possibility exists, and we just have to, it's our job to tune into that possibility. I decided to let go and trust that there was a possibility in the quantum where I could do both. I could come to Qatar for work and I could host the retreat. There has to be a possibility because they all exist, like Dr. Joe says. And so that evening after the training, I was boarding my flight back home. And I really just put that energy out there that there has to be a possibility that I can do both. But the key thing that I want to mention is that I was okay with the fact that if it didn't change, if the dates didn't change, then I would decline Qatar because I was hosting a retreat. And I was completely okay with that. So that I had really let go of resistance of what was. I was more just playing with possibility. Could this work? Could I tune into a potential that already exists? And so I boarded the plane holding on to the possibility that that potential of me doing both, me running the retreat and going to Qatar exists. And when I landed in South Africa back home, I turned on my phone and I'd received a message from the organizer saying that the dates had changed. And I just want to bring up this calendar because it's important to see how limited my time was. So I was hosting a retreat from the 3rd to the 10th of May. On the 11th of May, I had my best friend's kitchen tea. And on the 18th of May, the week after, I had her wedding, which we were going away for. So I was away from the 18th to the 21st. I would be away from the 18th to the 21st. The trainings in Qatar, and Qatar starts their week on a Sunday. So most of the trainings, and every time I've been here before, the training starts on a Sunday. But when I landed back in South Africa, the organizer had sent me a message to say that the dates had changed and they were on the 13th, the 14th, the 15th, and the 16th of May, right in the middle of that gap. And so I was able to attend the kitchen tea on the 11th. I flew out on the 12th in the morning. I landed in Qatar on the evening of the 12th. I am here for training now on the 13th, the 14th, the 15th, and the 16th. And I fly out on the 16th, the evening of the 16th, arrive on the 17th so that I can attend the wedding on the 18th. It is truly miraculous. It seemed almost impossible. I had 5 or 6 days available, and I was able to tune into the exact potential where the dates changed to suit exactly the time frame that I was available so that I could do both. I tuned into the potential where both of them existed, and that's exactly what I got. And so I just wanted to create this testimonial because it's fun, and it just shows that magic is available to us when we tune into something that doesn't seem like it's possible. But if we think about it, like Dr. Joe says, that there's a potential for it. And it's only our job to open our hearts and draw that potential to us. And I think the key with me creating this manifestation was I didn't feel pressure and I didn't stress about it and I didn't overthink it. I really just played. I played in that energy of it has to exist. Dr. Joe says it has to exist, and so I'm going to tune into it and see if I can draw it into my reality. And so this is just testament to show you and me, to remind me that this work really works, and the quantum field is available to us all, and everything we desire is there. So tune into exactly what you are desiring and draw it to you, because I had such a limited time and I was able to create the exact experience that I wanted. So I hope that inspires you on your day. Have a beautiful day.